You woman?
It's 8:15 a.m.
It's 18-year-old Scott. If you want a promotion, you gotta earn it.
Did I tell you that Harkin tricked me into having a drink at 8 o'clock this morning?
At least your boss isn't sexually harassing you.
See if this thing is working. Oh, I can make out our little friend right there.
Stop it.
Ooh, Shabbat Shalom. Somebody's circumcised.
You know, yours doesn't sound that bad.
We need to trim some of the fat.
What do you mean by trim the fat?
I want you to fire the fat people. You can start with large Marge. Marge, can you come in here, please?
What? I thought he was going to give you a promotion.
Yeah, no, he is.
I have decided who I want to be our new vice president of sales. Me.
What do you say?
Nick, please, we're in the middle of a meeting.
Sorry.
That's all right. I'll just attribute this to your drinking problem.
You would have to admit our lives would be easier if our bosses weren't alive.
You can fire Professor Xavier.
You mean Hank?
Creeps me out, rolling around all day in his special little secret chair.
I don't care how bad our bosses are. We're not murderers.
This little sweetheart right here
My fiance.
is going to get a peek at my little photo album.
You did all this while I was unconscious?
That's my favorite.
I'm in! Let's kill this bitch! We gotta hire a professional.
Does anyone here kill people for money?
I'm gonna be your murder consultant. You wanna pull off a brilliant murder? It's gotta look like it's an accident. You gotta be smart.
It's gotta be worth, what, 15,000? I feel like everything's gonna work out. Look how fast I'm picking out this scrap, you know? I'm moving like super fast. I can't even feel my nose.
Find them vulnerable.
Peanuts? That was a peanut butter sandwich. Are you not good with peanuts?
Whoa, look at this.
What about little jabs? Little jabs?
My boss, who we're planning to kill, is dying in front of you and you saved his life?
Well, that sounds bad when you say it like that.
I was surveilling your boss. She's incredibly
Don't
hot.
talk about how hot she is.
She makes herself a little snack, a popsicle, a banana, and finally a hot dog. And eating him in that weird order, that's not a proper meal. It's cold to hot.
I can crush you anytime I want.
You want to explain why you doing 61 in a 25 zone?
I was drag racing.
In a Prius.
I don't win a lot.
Horrible bosses. What do I have to say about this movie? But I can't stop laughing from it. It is that funny. It is the funniest movie of the year. And that's saying a lot for a Jason Bateman movie. Jason Bateman, Charlie Day, Jason Sudeikis star as employees, different areas. Charlie Day works as a dental assistant for a dentist that's played by Jennifer Aniston, Julia, that sexually harasses him every chance she gets. Dick works for a corporation played by works for a corporation who is run by a boss named Harkin, played by Kevin Spacey, who is a real psycho slave driver. And he makes him work so hard that for a promotion that he ends up missing his grandmother's funeral. And then when Harkin announces who's going to get the promotion, he announces that it's himself. He just does that just to give himself a bigger raise and a bigger office. And then we got Kurt, played by Jason Sudeikis, and he is working for a chemical company. He has a much nicer boss, played by Donald Sutherland, but then we meet within like the first few minutes of the movie, and then, well, unfortunately, he dies of a heart attack, and his son, played by Colin Farrell, who's named Pellet. He's a spoiled brat, a cocaine addict, and likes to have prostitutes in now his new office. He wants to he wants Jason Sudeikis' character, Kurt, to fire either a fat woman or a guy in a wheelchair. Or you'll fire Kurt and the other two. So the three buddies have decided that their lives would be much better without their bosses and go on a murder plan. It is a very, very funny movie. They go to online to find a hitman, and there's a joke about what happens when when the online hitman comes to their hotel room, or is a motel room, whatever. But I don't want to give away that joke. But when they find out that plan doesn't work, they end up going to a bad side of town and meet up with Jamie Foxx's character, Motherfucker Jones. And he becomes their murder consultant. And with that, they decided to use the strangers on the train plan, which is crisscross. Dale is assigned to kill Harkin. Nick is assigned to kill Pellet, and Kurt is assigned to kill Julia. And it's just funny how things go. Now, it's very easy to feel sympathy, to relate to these characters. Everybody's had a horrible boss in their lifetime, at least one. So, it's easy to relate. So, to relate to these characters is very easy. However, I think it's a little harder to relate to Dale than it is to relate to Nick and Kurt. Everybody's had a boss that's a slave driver or spoiled brat. But to have for a man to have a female boss that's sexually harassing him, that is really hard to sympathize with. I mean, because he's a man and she's a woman, and where it was the other way around, where if it was a woman being sexually harassed by a man, then it would be easy to relate to, but at the same time, it wouldn't be funny. So it has to be the other way around. And he's doing his best to try to be faithful to his fiancée. I definitely recommend this movie. Definitely go see it. All seven actors are very funny. Definitely the funniest movie of the year.